Hello, this is Crypto Neptune, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about why I feel ZBCN is the chance of a lifetime, and you don't want to F this up, so you definitely want to listen to this video. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice, only use risk capital, and thank you to those who continue to support the channel. So, ZBCN is holding up strong. Now, we had a little bit of a pullback today, down 14.9%, but that's perfectly okay as it gives people an opportunity to DCA on those red days, and we're sitting at 0.005 and some change. And pleased with the volume, 42 million in volume. We know with this community, when they are clicking on all cylinders, we've seen it 100 million plus in a 24-hour period. So would not be shocked if we see something like that between now and the end of the year. But I anticipate with the holder growth and the amount of reach that Zebec Network has, that this this token is going to be a game changer. And we're sitting at a $434 million market cap. Now, remember, we crossed over 78K holders. So we crossed over 78K holders, inching closer to 79K, and then 80,000 holders will be here shortly, I'd imagine. But definitely want to keep that in mind. But I want to talk about what is kind of like the next steps and what are going to be those catalysts and why ZBCN is the chance of a lifetime. So, first thing I did is I did a little bit of digging, and we all know what ZBCN is trying to achieve. They're trying to achieve having payroll on the blockchain. That is their niche, and that is their goal. And I said, okay, what is the market size of payroll industry? So globally, the global payroll services market estimates for the global payroll services market in 2025 varies across reports ranging from approximately 73.37 billion to 150 billion. So that's a large market. So imagine ZBCN tapping into that market. But here's the catch, there's not a lot of payroll type companies in crypto. So I anticipate ZBCN being an industry leader. So all that volume coming onto the blockchain, in my opinion, is going to go to them. And then as you can see here, this says the United States payroll is 8.4 billion roughly. That's kind of some rough estimates. And then the market size for payroll and bookkeeping services in the US is estimated at 82.1 billion. So you get the point what I'm trying to show you here, as this is a huge opportunity for ZBCN on the blockchain. Now, we went over to Gronk and I asked Gronk, what are Zebec Network's partners? Because they have so many partners, we tend to forget some of them. So I said, set me straight. What do we got? Circle. Circle is pretty much one of the stablecoin industry leaders with USDC. So they are a publicly traded company. So again, you have a partnership with Circle and ZBCN. This is an absolute game changer right here. So Circle Ventures was an early investor. So again, they know about ZBCN. They could potentially be buying more and more ZBCN. So there's a lot of layers to this, what will help pump ZBCN's price. Chainlink is another one. Chainlink is one of those where it gets that real world data and it puts it on the blockchain. Ondo Finance is another one. They support ZBCN and they do DeFi products. Stellar, payroll growth partnerships, they have that. Gate I'm not familiar with that one. Science Card, yeah, that is a key niche because that is servicing students in the UK who have like a science card and they can use it on campus for spending and stuff like that or research, which is a game changer. Out of Space, We just talked about outer space, and outer space essentially is the key to ZBCN kind of being everywhere, as Zebec Network is now supported on 15 blockchains. So when you are everywhere, you're on 15 blockchains, and your price rises in value, people are going to take notice. Crypto Worth, Uphold has, and I always fail to mention Uphold. They have a great partnership with Zebec Network. They've had many key initiatives on Uphold, giving airdrops, and also different campaigns. They had a campaign where XRP holders, I believe, if they held a certain amount of XRP, they got a ZBCN airdrop. So they're doing a lot of cool things to keep the volume going for Zebec Network. So this is a key partnership. And potential partnership is Ripple. They've been kind of some rumors. It's not really confirmed, but once they come out directly and say something, then it's a game changer. And you already know about Algorand as them being a partner. And then again, all these heavy hitters, Solana, there's the, as you're aware, we're already on Solana, the Solana blockchain. But again, they could potentially, even though they're an early investor, they could buy some more uh, ZBCN. Same for Coinbase Ventures. There's been rumors that they're stacking behind the scenes and could be a potential listing here in the future. Lightspeed, Briar, Distributed Global, Amita Research, a lot of key ones. OKX is another one that is one. And then they've also been talking about potentially Binance here could be one here shortly as they have been scooping up ZBCN. So what I'm trying to get at is why this is a opportunity of a lifetime, because of all these heavy hitters that know what ZBCN and the worth of ZBCN and the potential for ZBCN to grow within each one of these different networks and these different companies and blockchains. So definitely definitely cool to see that, but it's a nice exhaustive list. And one other thing here is simply put is just the community. You know, we already know kind of how the community continues to put out the information, and it says nothing even close, do not fumble, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do not mess this up. As I got 5 on it, understands what's going on. Do not fumble, because when this rips, and I'm just looking at the data, I'm looking at the volume, I'm looking at the data of the holders going up, and it's just clicking for me. And the partnerships, where they're aligning with partnerships. And the thing that just made this more bullish again was that Algorand partnership, where they acknowledged ZBCN and went on a space. That lets you know that this is for real, and those partnerships are going to pick up. And this could be a big winner this bull run, as a lot of excitement is around ZBCN. And then here, I just took a healthy long on ZBCN, LFG. So yeah, they went in, got their bag. And then ZBCN, clearly the word's getting out. Now we have 78,515 holders, up from 77K a few days ago. So Crypto X Man, yeah, shout out to you, as he is a key member in the community. But then Captain J Rich, and again, it's all about, it's like a lot of different factors. It's about the leadership team, it's about their partnerships, it's about, are the holders growing, it's about the volume, it's about the community at its crux. If you have a strong community, you can push the narrative, and you can push and continue to spread the message of what is to come for this particular project. But yeah, the more I research, the more I'm thinking about going all in on ZBCN. Yeah, yeah, he's talking about saying, hey, you know what? Screw it. I'm going all in. I have a nice bag of ZBCN. I will. continue to DCA in it because of the potential upside. I'd rather get into one of those kind of mid caps and then write it up as opposed to a large cap, because a large cap I'm not going to get as much gains, if that makes sense. And then here, what does this say? ZBCN community update. Let's see. So we're human and sometimes we get it wrong. As a community, we want to own it if our post suggests a Coinbase or Binance listing was happening this week. We apologize if we misled anyone. Yeah, you want you if it's a potential partnership and you're seeing it on chain, far as them buying it on the blockchain or Binance or Coinbase buying on the blockchain, that's one thing. But to say something like, "Oh, they're going to be listing this week," well, nobody knows. So yeah, you definitely want to be transparent, and that's what I like to do on my channel, is be as transparent as possible. We hear these rumors, and that's the beauty of it, is these rumors, because that is kind of leads up to the actual news, if that makes sense. And then here, Midas Gold. Most people are missing this. ZBCN isn't just another coin. It's a fully compliant real-time payroll protocol built on USDC. Yeah, so people can get paid by the second, and that's what we want to see. KYC ready, ARS tax compliant, circle backed, and fully traceable. Yeah, so that's a great post there. And, let's see. What does this post say? ZBCN. This is how the people who were listening to the FUD a few months ago look right now, all because they sold. Yep. That's the thing. You have to surround yourself with people that believe in what you believe in, but you have to hold strong to your convictions. For me personally, it's again with crypto, it's a whole new world. We don't know what the future holds. All we can do is kind of look at what we're seeing on chain. We can look at the community. We can look at the different moves that leadership is making, and then we make a decision. I would rather try and make an attempt to see what happens, put my money where my mouth is, and and see what happens. That's the beauty of it for me. Like, so that's why I kind of sleep at night, because I sleep well at night, because I know that I'm putting my best foot forward, and I am taking a risk on my future, taking a risk for those life-changing gains, if that makes sense. Yeah, so essentially in this video, that's it. Don't F this up. We have a potential sleeping giant here in ZBCN, as we are half a penny could go to a penny potentially, with maybe in August with some sort of rally. That would be like the key catalyst, getting to that penny point, and then from there a potential for 10 cents, what I definitely feel like in the short term we can do. I want to thank you for listening to this video, and thanks for stopping by.